Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. I hope you are doing well today. In this lesson, we will focus on English, listening for beginners, and learn some simple and practical listening practices that you can use every day. If you feel that English listening is difficult, do not worry. This lesson is especially for you. Listening is the first and most important step in learning any language. Before we speak, read, or write, we must listen. When you listen to English regularly, your brain slowly becomes familiar with the sounds, words, and sentence patterns. This is how real learning begins. Many beginners think, I cannot understand English, so listening is useless for me. This is a wrong idea. Even when you do not understand everything, your brain is still learning. Listening works quietly in the background. One day, you will suddenly realize that you understand more than before. Let us first talk about why listening feels difficult for beginners. English speakers often speak fast. They connect words, reduce sounds, and use natural expressions. Beginners usually try to listen word by word, and this makes listening very hard. But remember, you do not need to understand every word. You need to understand the message, not every detail. Another problem is translation. Many learners translate English into their own language while listening. This slows down understanding. Listening should be natural, not a translation exercise. With practice, you can understand English directly. Now let us talk about simple listening practice for beginners. The first rule is start easy. Do not listen to difficult news or fast conversations at the beginning. Choose simple English, beginner stories, slow podcasts, simple conversations, or English lessons like this one are perfect. Easy listening builds confidence. The second rule is listen every day. You do not need hours of practice. Even 10 to 15 minutes a day is enough. Daily listening is better than listening once a week for a long time. Consistency is the key. The third rule is listen again and again. Do not listen only one time. Repetition is very powerful. The first time, just listen. The second time, you will understand more. The third time, you will notice new words and expressions. Repeated listening helps your brain remember naturally. Now let us discuss how to listen properly. When you listen, relax your mind. Do not feel pressure. Do not stop the audio every second. Let the English flow. Even if you miss something, continue listening. Understanding will come slowly. Try to focus on the speaker's voice, tone, and emotion. This helps you understand meaning, even when you do not know every word. English is not only words. It is also sound and feeling. Sometimes, you can use active listening. This means listening with more attention. Pause the audio and repeat a sentence. Try to copy the pronunciation. This helps both listening and speaking. But do not do this all the time. Too much stopping can make listening boring. Balance is important. Now let us talk about vocabulary through listening. When you listen regularly, you hear common words again and again. These words slowly become familiar. You do not need to memorize long word lists. Listening teaches vocabulary naturally, in real sentences and real situations. If you hear a word many times and do not understand it, you can check its meaning later. But do not stop listening every time to check a word. First listen, then learn. Listening also teaches you sentence structure. You learn how English sentences are formed. You learn how questions are asked and how answers are given. This helps you speak more naturally. Now let us talk about pronunciation. Many beginners worry about pronunciation. They ask, how can I pronounce English words correctly? The answer is simple, listen more. When you listen carefully, your brain learns the correct sound. Over time, your mouth follows your ears. You start to pronounce words better without thinking too much. This is why listening is more important than reading at the beginning. Reading shows spelling, but listening shows sound. Now let us discuss confidence. Lack of confidence is a big problem for beginners. Many learners are afraid of English. They feel shy. This fear comes from unfamiliarity. When something is new, it feels scary. Listening removes fear. When you hear English every day, it becomes familiar. It becomes normal. Slowly, your fear disappears. You feel more comfortable and confident. You may not speak immediately, and that is okay. Listening prepares you to speak. Speaking will come naturally when your brain is ready. Now let us talk about daily listening routine for beginners. Here is a simple routine you can follow. First, choose one short audio or video, about 5 to 10 minutes. Listen once without stopping. Just enjoy. Second, listen again. This time, try to understand more. Do not worry about mistakes. Third, if you want, listen a third time and repeat some sentences aloud. That is enough for one day. Simple, easy, and effective. You can listen in the morning, during rest, or before sleeping. Choose a time that is comfortable for you. Now let us talk about patience. English listening takes time. Do not expect fast results. Language learning is a journey, not a race. Small progress every day leads to big success in the future. Some days you will feel improvement. Some days you will feel confused. This is normal. Do not stop. Trust the process. Remember, your brain is learning even when you feel you are not improving. Finally, let me remind you of one important truth. Listening is the door to English. The more you listen, the more you understand. The more you understand, the more confident you become. And confidence leads to speaking.